That's right. Some zip ties and a cigarette lighter, a borrowed cigarette lighter, is what saved us this day. And here's the whole story. We left out, just the two of us, and drove all night long to go ride the Tail of the Dragon in the Miata for Reed's birthday. It was like more than 12 hours of driving. Kind of a spur of the moment trip. We left Thursday after he got off work, and we didn't have much money, so we said we'd sleep in the Suburban. So we had an air up mattress in the back that we would sleep in, and towed the Miata, and we took off. When we had a few issues with hauling the Miata. It wouldn't turn at certain times, so I'd have to hop out and straighten the steering wheel and all that. So it was an ordeal just to get to Tennessee. Once we got there, we found this beautiful park, and it wasn't open yet, this visitor center, and it wasn't open yet, so we was like, we'll, get in the back of the Suburban, get a couple hours sleep, and then when they open, we can look around and stuff and try to find a place to stay for the night or the weekend. So we found this state park, and we get to the state park, and we, drop off the Suburban and head out in the Miata, and we go ride the Tail of the Dragon after only a couple hours sleep. So while we were riding, we got on this Terrahola Skyway, and we pulled over at the scenic overlook, and it's like, well, let's get some pictures. So I've taken a bunch of pictures, and so we need to get the Miata with this beautiful background. So I tell Reed that, stand over by the Miata, and I'll get pictures of you with the Miata with the background. So here he is, posing for all these pictures, and he goes to lay across the hood of the Miata. I mean, he's giddy. He's so excited. Today is his birthday. He's so excited. He's got the goofy grin on his face, and so I'm just taking lots of pictures and trying to preserve this moment with him, because we had so much fun. Well, we had a lot of trouble getting there to begin with, but we were having so much fun, just the two of us, celebrating his birthday. So he's laying out over the Miata. I'm just taking pictures, and he goes and gets up from the Miata, and he hears something snap. I'm like, oh no. So when he gets up, he finds that he broke the camshaft sensor. I think that's what it's called. And you cannot crank the Miata without it. It is a very important part. It broke most all the prongs. There was one still hanging on. But we were on the Blue Ridge Mountains. Nobody in sight. No water. No ability to charge our phones without the Miata running. And so we're MacGyvering it. We're looking around, trying to find what we have to fix this thing. And he has this knife. He says he thinks he can scrape away the plastic to expose the prongs to reconnect them using some zip ties that we found. But we didn't have any way of melting the zip ties. And then here's this couple drive up on their motorcycle, and what are they doing? They're taking a smoke break. So it's like, thank you, Lord, because I'd been praying, Lord, you got to get us off this mountain. We're stranded, completely stranded. And so they let us borrow their their cigarette lighter after we explained the whole situation. It's like, oh, that's never going to work. But the guy helped Reed, because it was really windy up there on the mountain, so he kind of shielded the flame, and they got it all melted using this little cigarette lighter, and they fused the little prongs back together, and we were just doing the best we could with what we had. So he did it. He fixed it, and we were like, okay, let's see if it's going to work. And so he puts the part back on, gets back in the Miata, and yep, that's what it did. It worked. It cranked up. So we were able to get off the mountain. We gave them back their cigarette lighter, and they're like, man, that is just pure genius. And I said, well, he is. Reed is a genius. If anybody can fix anything, it is Reed. He'll figure out a way. He'll figure out a way to do it. So with zip ties, a borrowed cigarette lighter, and his pocket knife, we were able to get off this mountain. While they were fixing the part, I was calling around, and I ordered a replacement sensor. And it was like an hour and a half away. It's the only place that could have the part for the next day. We go back to our campsite because we're just exhausted. It was way over an hour that we were stuck up on that mountain waiting for somebody to come and stop and help us. So we go back to our campsite, a beautiful campsite in the Cherokee National Forest, and it looks like it might rain, so we put the cover on the Miata. Okay, we wake up the next morning, take the cover off, and y'all, the sensor broke again, taking the cover off. So here's Reed fixing it yet again the same way, but we had stopped and got a little blowtorch to help us melt zip ties faster in case this happened again. Anyway, so he fixes it, we get in the car, we go to the auto parts store that has our new part that came in, and he goes inside, and we're like, okay, this is it, we're going to ride the Tail of the Dragon Day. We just have to replace this simple part. It takes less than a minute to do it, and the part I ordered, it's the wrong one. I told them a 1998 because I thought that's what Reed said. But it's not. It's 1999. So, the part wouldn't work. He rigs it up again the way he did it. We go and ride the Tail of the Dragon. And we thought our plan was to leave the broken part on the Tree of Shame, because we would have the new part, but we couldn't even do that. We couldn't leave our broken part on the Tree of Shame. So we drove all the way home with that broken part, but we can finally say that we did survive the Tail of the Dragon. It was a miracle, really, but we survived all 318 turns and 11 miles. And the zip ties and a borrowed cigarette lighter is how it happened. And that is the rest of the story. unbelievable, I know, but it's all true, y'all. Thanks for watching.